It's Madden NFL 23, and this one features Eric Kendricks. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Vikings and the Bears on Monday night.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Bears in this one. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up. And then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. So here come the Vikings with a long field ahead of them. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in Week 2.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At about the 32. To throw is Fields. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 124 yards.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards, and he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bears had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose Week 1 at home, and now here on the road Week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows. pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Back to Montgomery on second down. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Fields now to throw. And incomplete on the deep.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense. That's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Patterson's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 23 carries, 97 yards.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. On 2nd and 9, Fields. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. On 2nd and 11 now, Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to extend their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
They'll drop the throw. Going right back to Galladay. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a quarterback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Cook up the gut. And oh, he coughed it up. And a loose football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And he will have the Vikings first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. They'll look to throw again. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
You want to put together a long drive? You've got to be able to convert on 3rd down, and they've done exactly that on this one. Sure enough, came up with another conversion right there.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 14. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Give to Cook out of the gun. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Fields. And a quick throw here, that's good. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And this will be a Bears 1st down as he gets this up past the 30.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Montgomery running right. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap, Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And this is incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Fields. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. We all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On play action, they'll throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
He's pushed out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The pass. Intended for number Robinson. Incomplete. It's now 4th down
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and 9.
Fields. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 3rd down coming up. Throwing on third down, Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. No, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Off play action, Fields.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down.
Fields.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to line up incomplete. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured bear on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Back to throw again. He finds Robinson.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
They'll look to throw again.
Able to hit his target Lamb.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have a look at it, 3rd and 10. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields eluding the and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Poona Ford, the one to get to him and drop it.
So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the Eagles who come away with the home victory. The Eagles were losers a week ago, so they get the much-needed win at home in Week 2. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 24, Fields. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2nd and 11. That's complete to... Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 61 yards on the ground for him so far.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. Montgomery trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Once more, Montgomery. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal.
They'll run forward with Montgomery. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Kari Blossomgame, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Roquan Smith coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. When today's NFL, you know, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Fields on 1st down.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Fields. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Fields now to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 9 now. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 3. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
We talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Now back to throw. This is caught by Robinson.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
He'll look to throw. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. Touchdown! Allen Robinson. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 41, Fields. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Fields. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And now out comes Minnesota. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. 2nd and 14. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Man open is Robinson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A throw over the middle, taken in.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
And again, back to Kmet. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
A 51-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that gets him back within 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Fields. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Now it's Fields.
And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, fourth quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. And he's doing that in this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something you might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot more of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
3rd and long. It's Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 15. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete to Robinson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
2nd and 4. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. First target, first catch, and a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as this defense were a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw here. And this one is incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
to throw again. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and
They'll look to throw again.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. He'll look to throw.
He'll get that to Amir Smith-Marset.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
The throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Cook up the gut. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Middle of the field, it's Robinson.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Running up the middle, here's Dillon.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of the goal line. A 6-yard gain brings up 3rd.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Vikings! From a yard out.
And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Chicago offense set to get started. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts as early as opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw, Fields. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down 23-20, a minute 46 to go. And they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Cook. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Vikings use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. All eyes on Fields. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here's Fields. Looking left sideline, it's complete. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is. Now Fields. Now he'll dump. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings are going to win this football game. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Minnesota, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.